I finally joined you all. Hi, Bethine.
Hello, dear. We're so happy to come over. I brought you a nice tray of tapioca.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Morty.
Hello, Viv, and hello all in YouTube land. Mazel tov, Viv. Mazel tov.
I'm joining the retirees, finally.
We're so pleased for you.
Well, I really didn't want to retire, but I was sort of forced out, you know. It was my job to put the big ball of cotton in the Anderson bottle, but my plant manager said I was too slow. Oh, all those years stuffing in the Anderson bottles. Yeah, I'm tired. My fingers are so thick, knobby, and curvy. It's hard to hold a strudel. I can't get my first knuckle past the hole, so they kicked me off the line.
And they fired you?
Well, they gave me a nice package when I left. They gave me a year's supply of Anderson and 6 months of Jones pills, and they let me cash in my whole Christmas Club account. It's close to $4,000.
Now, what are you planning to do with that money, dear?
Well, I want to visit the world's largest ball of string.
Don't you want to see the Margate
Oh,
elephant?
sure. Yeah. Morty, where do you want to go? I'm free as a bird now.
Viv, you could come with me to the Streitz Matza factory. You could be a docent with me 2 days a week.
Does that interfere with your Social Security?
I
Now,
don't-
now you all collect your Social Security, don't you?
Yes, dear.
Well, I was told to wait till I was in my 90s. Because you get more. Yeah, you get the maximum check if you're dead.
I started collecting when I was, 62.
Now, Viv, you've had many jobs over the years.
Oh, I've had so many jobs. Quite a checkered past, actually, of employment. You know, at the Grumman factory, I was on hairdo patrol at the munitions. I had to make sure that the gals were all tucked into their snoods the right way. Otherwise, they could have lost a head or an arm. Oh, it was awful. I was working with the Rosie the Riveter gals, and it was my job to pick up the stray rivets on the floor. But, you know, they really were very hard, so finally they gave me a set of tongue.
Thong?
No tongue.
Oh, my. I don't get any of this, dear. In the war, I worked at a hosiery factory, and I was the diesel fitter.
Oh, yeah.
I would pick them up, stretch them, and go, diesel fitter. I worked giving the girls at the USO, drawing the line on the back of their leg. I had to dip their leg into beef broth to draw the line.
You know, it's funny. When I would come home from the USO late at night, I'd have all these cats and dogs following me, licking my ankles.
I went right into the family business, selling fish heads from a cart on the Lower East Side.
You know, your hands must have gotten awfully dirty.
I still catch a faint whiff of fish about you, Morty.
I'm sorry, I'll sit downwind.
Where did you wash your hands?
In your sink?
When you were working, where did you wash your hands?
Wash your hands, what are you talking about? I was the best in the business. I made the gefilte fish out of the heads and the eyes. And I sold it for half what the other guys were selling it for.
Why?
And people bought this?
They did, but they did.
Why?
I had to support my family.
Didn't you used to work in a shoe store?
I sure did. I was the top salesman for years for Tom McCann.
That's right.
And Buster Brown.
Yeah.
Favor shoes. But that didn't go too well.
What happened?
Well, they caught me trying to steal the Brannock device.
Well, I don't think that's so bad. I stole a Braddock device once. You know, I put it in my bag. I think it's easier to measure your foot in your own home.
After years of being exposed to the rays from the fluoroscope, I got a spastic colon and IBS.
I thought I got a faint whiff, Morty.
After years of bending over to tie up the shoes on the people, I got a hiker in my back.
I've had those. They're delicious.
I have to pay twice to get on the bus. Why do you think I have this special shoe with one bigger than the other?
I just thought that that's the way they came.
I remember back in the day when you used to work behind the lunch counter.
Oh, you loved it when I worked at McCrory's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a good sandwich back then. I made a liverwurst, an olive sandwich, and I put 2 olives on the top. But I think my favorite thing to eat for lunch was a big hot dog. Well, the kids had a nice sandwich. It was meat clown with mayo on toast. They were nice gals to work with, but I didn't last very long. My feet started to swell after I got burnt by the grease pit, and that's why I had to steal the braddock device to take my own foot measurement in my living room.
So, Viv, now that you're a free woman, what do you plan to do with all your free time?
I don't have that much free time. In fact, I'm busier now than when I was working. I got a new job at the Welcome Wagon here in town. It's nice to have
And aren't
time.
you at the center?
Well, yeah, I'm one of the young ones there, and it's my job to push everybody into lunch. I'm in charge of the canasta game, and then it's my job to set up the card tables. It's something keeps me busy. Keeps me busy. No, I'm just in charge of any, if there's any spills or anything. I'm in charge of the big mop and bucket. It happens.
I'm sorry for last Wednesday.
Well, it was corned beef hash, and that can get very messy. Anyway, I'm so excited for a big trip to the Von Trapp Family Lodge in Stowe, Vermont.
Viv, those tickets cost a lot of dough, Raimi?
Are you gonna start singing on the bus again?
When the dog bites,
When the bees,
when I'm feeling sad,
I
simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel harmony so bad.